We're in the car in Bucktown on Churchill Street with Greg Viti. Give me some clues as to what I'm looking at here.
So what we're looking at here is the 2100 block of West Churchill. To the left, you see these townhouses that were built about 8 years ago. And this is a lot of what's happened is this was a manufacturing building. Over here to the left, it came down. Now you've got all of these different owners that have moved to this area. And those owners are all buying services and going to restaurants and helping to fuel keeping new exciting places coming into town. On this side of the street, they're all single families. And those single families have been built in the last 5 to 10 years. Again, so it's really good building stock. It's places that people are really excited to live. It seemed like when I first got into real estate, we didn't have a good building stock. And you had people with a lot of money that didn't have a lot of choices of where you could go and to live. That was an exciting place to live. So I'm showing you this unit over here I sold probably 2 years ago to one of my high school friends, and he absolutely loves living in Bucktown. He goes on and on, and his business is in Schaumburg, so he's doing a reverse commute, and he says he wouldn't have it any other way because he just finds the city and Bucktown and Wicker Park to be such an exciting area to live in. Now this single family over here, I understand they dug holes for geothermal heat. So that building probably cost them $300,000 in caissons to dig all the way down to the bedrock to make the geothermal heat work, but they'll never have a heating bill again. So I don't know, is it worth it, is it not? But very interesting that someone would come here to do that. This one here is actually, was a multi-unit building that they made a single family house.
When I first started paying attention to this neighborhood in, say, 87, 88, came over here with a friend, Ron Gann.
Oh, sure.
Who was then known as the Baron of Bucktown.
Oh yeah, he built all those houses, and I remember he put that price tag of $329,000 on them. And most of the real estate community laughed at him, saying, "What are you?" Now this one here, Papa George did, and these look like they're single families, but they actually have a party wall, and this whole block was a renovation.
Yep.
Again.
And I said to Ron, you know, I'd never come over here. This looks just like where I grew up in New Jersey, and I never want to see that again.
The Garden State.
And now it looks nothing like.
No, it's totally different, and a lot of the reason is all this new construction, and you know, I really am. This was the first townhouse I think that really got built over west of Damon, and now it looks so dated. And you can see the cinder block. They're really trying to eliminate using that cinder block because it's porous. It has to be sealed. We've had a lot of problems with that over the years. But again, very nice, unique homes over here. Now we just wait and go someplace else.
Tree-lined streets, which you didn't see much in the way of trees back in the day either.
Yep, a lot of mature trees, but a lot like this. Spas. Look at how nice this is. Pure use spa. We have so many great spas. And then this, Floyd's Pub. Really cute, nice places to go and play and have a drink.
Where are we now? What's our intersection?
We're on Armitage and Oakley. So we're 2300 west and we're 2000 north.
Lots of new construction.
Lots of new construction. And now you see these tall, big new constructions.
And then you see the 1.5-story workers' cottages.
Right, and there's what I was talking about earlier. Now, they're so tall because they've got a bigger zoning. And they're required, when you're building, like this building here was a great build for this neighborhood. It's brought a lot of good, solid people in. They've had an interesting time keeping this rented, the commercial space. But
what's happening with commercial in Bucktown these days?
Right now it's flat, and there's a lot of it available. But I've seen some new, like Pontiac, where that used to be a bar, now it's turned into a really upscale taco bar. Here you can see we've got a Starbucks right here in Armitage next to the map room. The map room must have 150 different types of beer. This over here is a nice townhouse development that was built. Here, Cleo's. This is a nice spot. Actually, Don Glisevich owns that.
And he's car wash and detailing, so you know the neighborhood's upscale when you see it.
Yeah, well, like right here, this is a great place. Fantastic, huge, very cool. You know, I'm gonna go down. Let's go down Damon because One of the first places I ever came over here is this little small place, such a great place, called La Bouchon. It's a French place. French food is known for being so expensive, yet with La Bouchon, it's like $16 for an entree. Really not that expensive.
Was that the guy who moved over from Armitage? Francis Leroux, he had the gas cellars.
I think it is, but I don't really know the whole. Yeah. I'm not really friends with him. I'm friends with Chef McLean from Spring. He's done a wonderful job in this neighborhood, bringing really quality foods. I sold his townhouse for him. But you can see here, as we're looking, this is a new construction building here to the left. It was just built recently. And this next one, this was built recently. This one got huge prices per square foot. I think it was like 400 plus square foot there.
And what would it sell for today? The same price or less?
A little bit less. I think a little bit less. And that was 3 years ago that sold out. Now this here, Ad Properties has come into the neighborhood pretty good. The people that started Ad Properties were over at Property Consultants. And they've been a real positive for the neighborhood. To talk about, I guess you would call him something I compete with, but I don't look at it like that with the realtors. I look at the realtors as people that help me. This building here is a 6-flat on the corner here at Cortland and Winchester. A friend of mine owns this building. He's a realtor. I told him to buy this building because he was going to convert it. Now the bank's on him, so he's going to sell this building. And this would be a good buy. Because this one, he bought it for $1,040,000. They've probably put about $30,000, $40,000 into it, and he's willing to get out at $1 million. And he just wants to clear up his sheet. Now you can see over here, look at all these different single families. Now this is what's odd when you get sort of Victorian look, very modern look.
Very modern. Prices, give me some ideas on.
These big single families on double lots are over $2 million. These smaller ones over here are 1.2 to 1.7, depending on features, square footage. This was a great renovation, or new construction. This was done in the late 90s. It's got a lot of units in it. They're all duplexed up, very unique.
It's loft-style units, if I recall.
Yeah, they're lofty. This is a nice park we have here, Churchill Park, with a dog park. We've got a lot of dogs in the neighborhood. People are really into the dogs. You know, we should go down this street because it's so cool. This is Bloomingdale. This
was the dividing line between Bucktown and Wicker Park.
Originally. And now the dividing line, I don't know who's changed it, the realtors, whoever, we moved it down to North Avenue.